Day one, and we're working on our UI with a little bit of UX. This first challenge is to design a simple toggle switch and prototype its interaction. The one thing I'll point out for this week, I used the same resources. So there's one article on the relationship between visual design and user experience. There's one on UI design patterns, and then there's the topic of design systems. And all three of those are very good resources to check out. I imagine the first two you could probably read once, and then the third one, the design system one, would be something to take a look at before you get started if you're trying to build these into a comprehensive set just to learn about it. But you may reference quite a bit as you build out all of these. Again, if you try to make it a single design library. But for this first one, design a simple toggle switch and prototype its interaction. So create a toggle switch, and this could be in any form. You may want to look up different toggle switches folks have. There are some pretty standard ones that are in component libraries, but you could branch way out and think about two different states of something and create that into a toggle switch. And think about what it might look like in all of the different presentations. So one example here is light and dark mode, and in different states, whether it's on or off. There are sometimes three-way toggle switches. Then often they present as toggle buttons that could expand, honestly, beyond three, but it's something to think about if you want to challenge, or if you want to build multiple. Design the inactive and active states and ensure you give clear visual feedback and make sure that they're both readable, and prototype the interaction so it moves smoothly between states. And then think about all the supportive information you would need to communicate clearly to someone if they came about in or first viewing this or returning to it in an active state, first viewing or returning in an inactive state, all the information they would need to know to understand sort of what the impact of this button being in this state is. It could be obvious, it could require additional communication. And beyond that, again, if you're building this across a design system design library, think about how it would fit with other components and other things that may need to match the design style. So this one is relatively straightforward, but could become really interesting and afford some divergent thinking if you think outside the box, or as if there is no box at all. Best of luck with this one. Should be a fun week for those of you who want to focus on UI or want to grow in your UI skill set.